Alright, so this is my last visit to Knott's Berry Farm for the season. Might be last visit for a long time. So I've been using my comp tickets from working at Cedar Point because I didn't really want to buy a platinum pass for just the rest of the year after, you know, August. So I have my last one, and I have to use it before the 31st, so might as well come today. I honestly expected it to be super busy today. It doesn't seem like it's too bad so far. I'm sure Ghost Rider's still like an hour wait. That's never gonna change. It looks like it's actually down at the moment, but I'm just hoping they have the single rider line open today. Yeah, so there's definitely people in the queue. I can see it up there and people down there. But the thing that matters is single rider is open. So once the ride reopens, I'll have a way on the ride without waiting, you know, ridiculously long. The coaster I've been dying to ride lately is Silver Bullet, because I was here a few weeks ago and it was down for maintenance all day and I didn't get to ride it, and that's actually my favorite B&M invert. This is B&M's best Zero G row right here. Awesome! Silver Bullet has no line! Look at that! No line! I love this ride so much. It's such a unique invert because it's not a forceful invert. It just has some nice floater moments, which B&M inverts usually don't have. Alright, so I just got off of Silver Bullet, and what an awesome ride. So many unique elements make this invert awesome, such as this overbank, which may or may not be an inversion. Some angles it looks like it is, some other angles it doesn't look like it is. But it provides some nice floater there. And then the Zero G is a very interesting shape because it's a slow roll. It's not like the fast, snappy invert Zero G rolls you're used to. And then it's not really a forceful ride until this helix at the end. And this helix really kicks your ass at the end. It's really good. Fiesta Village is my favorite section of the park. It always has a good smell of like jalapenos and spices, and it's got some of the best food in the park. Not to mention the decorations for the holidays are just awesome. At this location of the park, I think it's the only place in the park that actually has this. They have Orange Bang. I haven't seen this in a while, and if you don't know, it's one of the best drinks ever. It's an orange like cream drink, and it's so good. Fiesta Village is also home to some of the best family flat rides in the park, such as this teacup style ride where it takes place in sombreros, and it's just a really cool, nice looking ride. Now heading into the boardwalk section, we have Supreme Scream and Accelerator over here, and kind of want to get a ride on Accelerator. Hopefully the line's not too long. Yeah, that's a no-go on Accelerator. Line's in the switchbacks down below. And I'm gonna go check out Hang Time. I can already tell it has a line, so that's probably an also no-go for that. But the lighting package, I love just standing here and watching it. Last few rides that have come to California, such as West Coast Racers and Hang Time, they're just fun to watch. They're just as much fun to watch as they are to ride. Since the boardwalk's still busy and it's still peak hour, I mean, it's only 5. It looks like it's a lot later, but it's only 5, so it's still kind of crowded. I might as well go eat right now. I saw something at a Fiesta Dog right here that sounded really good. It's like a spicy sausage with jalapenos. It sounded really, really good. Alright, after some late lunch, I'm gonna go ride Montezuma's Revenge, which is my favorite coaster in the park. Such a fun old Schwarzkopf coaster. If you don't know about this ride, there's a small little pump in the track. It's like basically it's just like a little bump or kink in the track. And if you sit in row 13, it kind of gives you a little pop of airtime. And it's just a really fun ride, because they don't trim it going back like the one at La Feria does. And row 13.
Thank you for riding Montezuma's Revenge.
This ride is running amazing tonight. Backseat had some pretty decent ejector going up that backward spike. Best ride I think I've ever had on it. I've ridden Supreme Scream in a few visits, so might as well go do that. Cool thing about SNS rides this year, all the drop towers, they had to get a new mechanism on them or add a sideways seatbelt. So the Six Flags parks added a side seatbelt. It still has the hardest seatbelt, but some of the parks that could afford the new system is like the Cedar Fair parks, like Cedar Point and Supreme Scream. They have a new ratcheting system, so the harnesses ratchet. So you can tell if it has the ratcheting system if it has this box on the side. Only problem with this box is it cannot operate in the rain. So these towers used to operate anything, cold weather, rain, snow. Really only like thunderstorms were the thing that would close them down. But because of these boxes, they do have to close down in rain now, which kind of sucks, because these were like the reliable rides. So that's kind of the good thing about the parks that just got the side seatbelt instead of the new ratcheting system as a replacement, because those can still run in the rain and the snow and cold. Yeah, if you have these ones, they can't run in weather, so that's the unfortunate thing. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much at a park like Knott's where it's sunny pretty much, you know, every day of the year. But like parks like Cedar Point, you know, any park where, you know, they get decent weather throughout the year, not the best option for them. Now that Merry Farm's in full force, I think the rides are going to start having lower crowds. It looks like Accelerator's line is not in the switchbacks down below anymore. So let's go give this a ride. Alright, so I got off the Accelerator and wanted to do hang time, but the wait's still kind of long. Well, for me, at my home parks, I'm not going to wait more than 15 minutes for a ride. Like, I come here often enough to where I don't really feel like waiting more than 15 minutes. And it's about 30 minutes right now. It was like 5-10 minutes longer earlier when I first checked. So it's getting shorter, but not quite what I want to wait for it. And yeah, Iron Reef is still long. I guess everyone's trying to get their last rides on that, because that closes, I don't know, January something, January 1st, something like that. And it's going to be making way for the new Knott's Berry Tales. The thing about Knott's Berry Farm is all the family rides get really long waits here, and the thrill rides get shorter waits than the family ones, because this is a family park. It's not your usual Cedar Fair park where people come for the big coasters. They have a few of them, but that's not their big focus. And I really want to ride the new Calico Rapids, because it's such a good ride, but it's way too cold for that. It's going to get down to the mid to low 30s tonight, so no thank you. In the heart of Ghost Town, they have all the Christmas lights up, and they also have the Arts and Crafts Fair, which has a lot of cool stuff. Like you can get the stuff over here. My favorite thing is the honey they have over here. It's all organic honey, and it's just really, really good. I know you coaster dweebs are gonna throw like a hissy fit in the comments if I don't ride this right now. I don't like it, but there's a single rider line, so hopefully I don't wait more than 20 minutes for this. Like, to be completely honest, GCI high-key ruined this ride. Like, they reprofiled it to where the forces aren't as strong, and then, oh, just those Millennium Flyers. Like, they're good trains on GCIs, but they do not work for CCIs. Like, they're completely different layouts. It's not, those trains are not designed for sustained airtime, and you can feel it. It actually looks like the line's not that bad. Single rider's still open, so still gonna go that way. Is there anybody down there? Wow, that's surprising. It's all upstairs. I've never seen it like that on, you know, a semi-busy day. One thing I did forget to mention though, wooden coasters do run really, really well when it's cold outside. If you don't believe me, why do you think Mystic Timbers and Prowler are the only rides open at those parks during Winterfest? It's because GCI trains run really, really well during the cold. That is a true thing. I mean, I had the whole track sweat, I'm wet thing, so what is this? Woods chill, I'm chill, I don't know. But anyway, it's actually running really, really well. I just don't like the GCI trains for this layout. I think they don't work for it. But it is running really, really fast, so you know what, I might as well just go ride it again, since that's, you know, single rider's the shortest line in the park right now. I got 2 rides on Ghost Rider. It's running really, really well. It's it's at a point where it's fun, but usually not a big fan of it. Yeah, on a cold day, it's a pretty good ride. I won't lie, it's a pretty good ride. Is it the best in the park? No. That title will belong to Montezuma's Revenge for a very long time, I think. And I do really, really like hang time. Hopefully it's less than a 30-minute wait now, and hopefully it's worth getting a ride on. This Verify on hang time's very generous, so that's Verify right there. That's a lot of space. So just took a ride on hang time, and oh, I love this ride. I think it's so much fun. It's a little short, it's not super crazy, but it's got some nice little pops of airtime and some nice hang time moments. It's a pretty good ride, especially since the lap bar is so free. It's basically like a B&M clamshell. This is what a B&M clamshell would be like with inversions. It's really cool. So now all the rides have a pretty short wait. I don't think I've seen Coast Rider without a wait in a very long time. Oh boy, it's shin guard time. It's a good 40 degrees, maybe even lower now. But it's water ride time. So good thing about this ride is they now have individual seats. You don't have to lap sit anymore, which is really nice. And look at that, no line. This is the shortest I've ever seen this. Zen ride? So I ended up getting a Zen ride on Timber Mountain Log Ride. And gosh, what a fun ride, except for that part right there. That's the only part I got wet on. But yeah, such a fun ride, some great theming. This is up there like with one of the best log rides in the world. I would say this and Splash Mountain are my two favorites. Can't visit Knott's Berry Farm without a ride on the famous Calico Mine Ride.
Some snagging timbers. Where the whiskers run off in your face? I want to suck your blood. Look at that. What a beautiful planet. It ain't slow that train down.
For leaving the park for tonight, there's about an hour and a half left, but it's getting cold and I want to head home because I'm doing Magic Mountain tomorrow for the food festival. But I do want to ride Soul Spin. That's one of my all-time favorite flat rides. It's just such a crazy fun ride. Alright, so I just got off of Soul Spin. I noticed they added a new thing to Soul Spin, these little wheels on the back here. It's so the seats don't rock back and forth when you're getting out, which used to be a big problem for this ride. I was here a few weeks ago and I do not remember seeing that, so that's pretty new then. Now I do want to get one last night ride on Ghost Rider, but on the way I'm going to do Silver Bullet. Silver Bullet's getting close to that minimum B&M run temperature. I think it's 40, I want to say. For 2 B&Ms, I should probably know it off the top of my head. It's in the 40 range, but it's getting close to that. It's slow 40s right now. Look at this. Not a single person here. That was a fun front row ride on Silver Bullet. Now, Wood's chill, I'm chill, so it's Ghost Rider time. So I did my last ride for the night on Ghost Rider. They did have single rider close. I had to wait through the main line, but it wasn't very long. It was maybe 5-10 minutes. But that will do it for Knott's tonight. This is probably the last time I'll be here in a very long time because I keep saying I'm moving to Florida and it still hasn't happened. But so I'll be moving here in August. I'm hoping it happens in January. And I don't plan on getting a Cedar Fair pass for next year. I don't plan on going to a lot of Cedar Fair parks. So this is probably my last time here for a long time. Unfortunately, I do really, really like the park, and it's a very beautiful park. But this is the last time I'll be here for quite a long time. Chirac wet, I'm wet. Chirac wet, I'm wet. Chirac wet, I'm wet. Chirac wet. Chirac wet, I'm wet. Chirac wet, I'm wet.